Hi guys and welcome to Salim's Kitchen. In today's video we will be making beautiful multi-layered box samosas and spicy chicken and cheese samosas. We will be using just 1 cup of flour to make all the pastry. Finely dice 2 medium onions. Wash and finely slice 2 green chilies. Wash and finely slice 1 bunch of spring onion. Wash and finely chop 10 mint leaves. Wash and finely chop 1 bunch of coriander. Now on medium heat, add in 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Once your oil is hot, add in 500 grams of chicken mince. To this, add in 1 teaspoon of ginger and garlic paste and 1 teaspoon of salt or salt to taste. Now give this a good mix. Now once your chicken mince starts cooking, use the back of your spoon and start to break it down into smaller pieces like this. Just smash it down and do this in 2 minutes interval or 2 minutes intervals. Now allow the mince to cook for 6 to 8 minutes or once all the water dries out. And you can see as the mince starts to cook, it's easier to break it down into smaller pieces. After 8 minutes, or once all the water dries out, your mince should look like this, broken up into nice small pieces. Now let's add in the green chilies. Add in 1 heaped teaspoon of mixed masala. The video in which I show you how to make the mixed masala will be in the description box below. Now give this a nice good mix. Once you have mixed it well, add in the onions and give it a nice good mix. Once you have mixed it well, allow the onions to cook for 4 minutes, mixing in 2 minutes intervals. After 4 minutes of cooking the onions, give it one more mix. Now let's add in the mint, the spring onion, and the coriander. Now let's give this a nice good mix. Now that we have mixed it well, switch off your stove and allow it to simmer on the heat for 2 minutes. After 2 minutes of simmering on the heat, give it one last mix. And our mince filling is ready. Our chicken mince filling is ready. And once the filling cools down, we will add in mozzarella cheese because we want the cheese to melt when we frying the samosas, not in the hot filling. So set this aside and allow it to cool down. Now that the filling is nice and cold, I am going to add in 100 grams of grated mozzarella cheese and 100 grams of grated gouda cheese. Now give this a nice good mix. And now that our filling is ready, let's move on and start making the samosa pastry. In a mixing bowl, add in 1 cup of all-purpose wheat flour, which weighs 125 grams. To this, add in a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now mix this well and form a well. Now we're going to add in 100 milliliters of normal tap water, which is cold water, little at a time, to form a dough. Once your dough is formed, cover and rest for 5 minutes. After resting the dough for 5 minutes, knead it well for 30 seconds. Once you have kneaded the dough well, turn it into a round ball like this and just flatten it gently like this to form a big disc. And now we are going to cut this disc into 8 equal pieces. Once your pieces have been cut out, now let's turn each piece into a round ball by rolling it in between your palms like this. Once your balls are all rolled out, flatten it like this to form discs. Now that our discs are formed, let's roll it out into rotis. Now that all our rotis are rolled out, we are going to use 4 rotis for normal samosa pastry and 4 rotis for our multi-layered box samosa. For the normal samosa pastry, we are going to be using vegetable oil for oiling the layers. And now for the layering of the multi-layered box samosa, we will be using normal all-purpose wheat flour, the same flour we used to make the dough. Now let's roll out the pastry for the multi-layered box samosa. Do not press hard, very gently. And there you have it, guys, as quick and as simple as that. The pastry is now rolled out. Let's separate the layers. Remember, I use normal wheat flour to separate the layers here. You can see how easy it is separating. And there you have it. The pastry has been rolled out for our multi-layered box samosa. We are going to make our multi-layered box samosa first. For the filling, I have left some spring onion, which I'll be using, some mozzarella cheese and some gouda cheese. Now we will be using melted butter to brush it over the pastry sheet. Now that we have brushed the melted butter over, let's add in the filling. Let's start with the spring onion. And now let's add in some gouda cheese. And now some mozzarella cheese. Now let's fold it. First, let's start from the left hand side and fold it over like that. Then pick up the right hand side and fold it over the left hand side like that. And then now brush butter on top. Now simply pick up this side and press it down gently. And lift up this side and press it down gently like this. And there you have it. Our beautiful box, multi-layered box samosa is ready. So it's as simple as that. Now that our box samosas are ready, let's now make our normal samosas. Now that the pastry sheet for the normal samosa is rolled out, let's toast it. For toasting, toast the samosa pastry on low heat. Once your pan or your flat pan is nice and hot, add in your pastry sheet like this and turn it so it gets toasted evenly all over. Toast it on the first side for 40 seconds. Whilst it is toasting, occasionally just turn it around like this. And after 40 seconds, turn it over and do the same thing very carefully so you don't get burnt, and toast it on this side for 20 seconds. And after 20 seconds, the pastry is now ready. Let's put it on our work board and separate them. After you have separated them, set the sheets back together. Now let's shape it and cut it out into strips. And now that our pastry is ready, let's make our normal samosas and keep your pastry covered in a damp cloth so that it does not dry out. Use 2 tablespoons of normal flour and add water as required to form a thick paste. This paste will be used for sticking the samosas. Now that our normal samosas and our multi-layered box samosas are ready, let's fry them. Now let's fry the box samosas first. In your flat pan, add in 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil and just brush this all over the pan. Remember, you need to fry the multi-layered samosa on low heat. Now let's add in the samosas. Now turn the samosas every 30 seconds until they turn golden brown on both the sides. So as it's frying, you can take oil from the pan and just rub it on top. And now for the normal samosas, fry it in very little oil like this. This will avoid the cheese from oozing out of the samosas. there you have it, guys. Beautiful, spicy cheese and chicken samosas and multi-layered box samosa filled with spring onion and cheese. So guys, please be sure to give this recipe a try. The list of ingredients will be in the description box below. Until my next video, stay blessed, stay safe, and peace out.